8 a.m. in the port of Hartlepool, and the girls are beginning to learn the ropes. There are more than 36 trainees setting sail on the adventure of a lifetime. They've come from all over Britain, most without any sailing experience, let alone knowing how to handle a 300-ton schooner with masts topping 112 feet above the waterline. But the object isn't to turn out yachting experts, it's to develop in a group from all sorts of social backgrounds the importance of teamwork and self-discipline when the going gets tough.
The first few days they'll find exceedingly tough, adjusting to the new routines and the lack of sleep and the hard physical work. Then they'll start to understand a little of what's going on the ship, be prepared and understand that they have to work together as a team. And once they've got to that point, then obviously their enjoyment of sailing the vessel increases to the point that after 2 weeks they're very reluctant to leave because they made a lot of friends and are enjoying the life on board. But of course it has to come to an end after 2 weeks.
I suppose the real testing time would come in a storm.
Yes, that really is an experience that not many of them comprehend prior to coming. They may have heard weather forecasts and seen news broadcasts concerning vessels in trouble at sea, but when they actually experience the vessel really rolling over from one side to the other and seas breaking over, it's a frightening experience until they adjust to it and realise that we are quite safe.
The captain heads a team of professional instructors. The Sir Winston Churchill was built 20 years ago, the Sail Training Association's first ship, 135 feet long and a 25-foot beam.
We do sail with the endeavour to win, but it is quite seriously taking part. I mean, I know this is a well-used phrase, but it really is taking part. They will meet lots of young people from a great range of nationalities, and they do get to know them socially as well, and do in fact sail on some of these other vessels. So it is really mixing of youngsters of different nationalities and being part of a very large spectacle.
Today it's calm as she heads towards the Tyne, but the air is tense with excitement as the girls prepare to steer the way hopefully into the history books as winners of the 1986 Seafaring Classic.
If the quayside hadn't seen enough activity and excitement for 1 week, the Cutty Sark Tall Ships Race in Newcastle was to receive the Royal Seal of Approval. For on Friday afternoon, Her Majesty the Queen made time during an official visit to Tyneside to spend almost 1 hour among the crowd by the riverside. She was invited on board the Sir Winston Churchill, the Sail Training Association's own ship, and met captains representing each country taking part in the race.
The girls were highly delighted, and I must admit so was I and my fellow officers and crew.
Without breaking confidences, can you tell me the sort of thing she was interested in?
Well, as far as she was interested in the ships, obviously, and interested in whether the Malcolm Miller and the Sir Winston Churchill, one ship having an all-girl crew and the other ship having an all-boy crew, whether there would be much competition during the race, and I assured her that we do actually try to beat one another. We don't get together on this.
With the Queen herself having enjoyed her time on the quayside, it was evident that the Tall Ships Week was a spectacular success. John Hamilton, the race director.
I'm really glad to say that the ships and the young crews have had a real Geordie welcome.